So we will be coming back in with our black paint to paint in our town underneath this swirl. And there is like a very whimsical building that rises up from a little bit in from the left-hand side right over here. So we don't actually have to go too crazy with the yellow paint in that area. And we're just gonna continue on with our swirl all up over here. Make sure you're adding your white as well, because there is a healthy mix of the yellow and the white with our short little brush strokes coming in all the way around. So do you guys enjoy painting? We definitely do over here. I like to paint outside. So did Vincent. For me personally, being in the sunshine and out in nature always inspires me. Okay, so now we have our little Milky Way over here. We're gonna come back in and add the next big swirl that looks like a wave. And for this, we're gonna go a little less than a quarter of the way down on the left-hand side. And here we're gonna be using white with a dab of yellow to start off. And we're gonna angle our brush downwards. So we're gonna go a downward swoop, and then lift it up, and then roll it around like the ocean. So now we have what looks like almost like a figure 8 in the center. So we're just gonna come back in with our dabs and fill that in. Right around here. There we go. So Vincent is from the Netherlands. That's where he was born and raised. However, he did spend a lot of time in Paris, especially in the later years of his life. He only lived till 37 years old. So when I say the later years of his life, I'd say like the last 5 were consistently spent living in Paris. In Paris and parts of southern France. So now here, we're just gonna come around and fill that all in. All right, our little ocean waves. You guys like the beach? I love the beach. I can see ocean waves in a lot of different things. All right, around here. All right. We might need some more paint. I might have to add a little more white paint. I think I'm running low over here. All right. And I'm gonna blend this right into the Milky Way. And then this is gonna come around a little thicker. There we go. I'm gonna add a little more white paint to my palette. And next up, we're going to be doing, let's do a little bit more of that, a little more of that over there. Cool. All right, I like this. I hope you guys like yours too. All right, so now I'm gonna come up in this top corner and do our sun. And for that, I'm gonna start with the yellow. And you make almost like a C. It looks like a crescent in there. So we're gonna do our C. I'm gonna layer on the paint a little thick. Going over the blue with a lighter color can require a couple of coats. That's why we're doing all these first and we're saving the black for last, because it'll cover more easily. Okay, now we're gonna come back in and do our stars. And for the stars, I find the easiest way to do it is you dab your yellow, and then you put your brush straight down onto the canvas and twirl it around. So we're gonna go like that, push it down. Now if you push down harder, you'll get a bigger circle. If you push down lighter, you'll get a smaller circle. So I'm gonna add in a varied amount of circles, similar to the way he has it, keeping in mind that I'm keeping a space open over here to do our steeple. And looks like there's one over here. So we're gonna do our circles first here, and then we're gonna come around and do the dabs around it. A little one here, and a little one here. And now I'm gonna grab my white and dab the yellow, and just quick, short, little strokes around it. Almost like we're painting flowers, and we just did the center of the flower. Vincent loved painting flowers. He loved sunflowers. He painted 12 different versions. In his short painting career, which was only about 10 years, he started painting at 27. He completed over 900 paintings. It's a lot of artwork. Many of which were unfortunately lost or discarded over time. He didn't, in fact, sell any paintings in his lifetime. So, oh, we just got a little gust of wind there. Don't worry, I saved the paint. All right, now we're gonna come in, go around our sun, doing the same thing. Now I'm dabbing my brush now. Gives a different effect. Adds a different dimension, which is nice around your painting. All right, so it looks like we got some good looking swirls here, guys. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let this dry for just a few minutes. This is a good point for you and your little one to read the rest of the facts on our sheet. There's also some talking points that we provided on there. Just a way to really get your kids to open up and engage. We know how important that is. Okay guys, so now I've added some black paint, a little bit of the burnt sienna, because if you look in the building, in your picture that we've provided here, it looks like there's just a little hint of some browns in there. And then a little bit of green, because down here at the bottom, it looks like there's a little bit of green also mixed in with the town. Oh, there we go, right over there. So I'm gonna come back in and do my line for the town. So for this, I'm gonna be doing the black paint, as well as a little bit of the dark blue. And underneath our Milky Way swirl over here, I'm gonna be coming in and doing a similar line with the black all the way up. And then I'm going to be painting that all in. So I'm adding my black and blue as I paint along here. And we're gonna be coming back to add in the different elements of the town. So like the little bit of green he has down in the bottom right, looks almost like a little bit of a grassy knoll over there. So we're just gonna completely color this in and all the way from corner to corner. And then we're going to come back. All right, that's looking pretty good, almost completely covered. It's all right if a little bit of the blue shows through, because it does on his painting as well. And these are our paintings, so we can make them as we like. If this was your painting, what would you name it? Well, this is your painting, so what are you gonna name it? I'm gonna name mine Yellow Twirls. What about you? Okay, so now I'm gonna come back in, and my yellow spot has dried actually pretty quickly over here, so I'm gonna do my steeple now. Now this is, like I originally mentioned, a very whimsical looking building. Almost looks like, to me, like a flame. So what we're gonna do a simple line around our others, and there's a tall point to it that comes back down, and then it has like two more little steeples. So I have my base, and then I'm just gonna color it in. That's why we saved the black for last, because it goes over everything. Makes it very forgiving for your little ones, so they can paint and paint and paint. And then we come back in and add the last features, and it'll still look like Starry Night. What are some other artists that you guys like? We also like Picasso and Jackson Pollock and Frida. There's so many good ones out there. And all different types of art too. Photography is art, music is art, dance is art, right? And then not just painting, right? We like to color and write. What about you? All right, so that's all painted in there. I'm just gonna bring a little bit more black along the bottom here so it looks a little better blended. Now I'm going to dip in that little bit of the Sierra, like I told you. And I'm just gonna drag it little tiny strokes through here. Just like that. It doesn't have to be a lot. And you don't have to do this if this is too complex. Then just stick with the black. Everybody will know what it is. All right, then I'm going to, now you can be washing your brush in between. For this part here, because I'm doing dark on dark on dark, and in his paintings, they're all very blended, these colors. I'm not washing my brush in between for this section. Definitely wash your brush in between the blue and the yellow and the yellow and the black. So now I'm taking a little bit of the green and I'm coming down to the bottom right-hand corner, and I'm gonna do little lines just like that. Not full half circles, maybe quarter circles. Ever so easy. If you do your brush in, almost looks like if you were making a frown face, but you're not completing it. So you're doing a half frown. I'm gonna dab a little white, little green, and a little of the light blue. And we're gonna come in and do all these little half frowns, just like that, till about halfway through the black paint on the bottom. All right, I think we got our grassy knoll. I think it's looking pretty cool, guys. Then I'm gonna come back in and I'm going to take my light blue and a little bit of the white and a little more light blue, and I'm going to add a little more of those half frowns just above the green to lighten that up a little bit. And it's okay if it blends a little with the black and appears a little gray. It's not a problem. Just above that, like so. And then I'm going to grab my other clean brush over here, and I'm gonna come back in with a little bit more white and yellow just to make this little line here, our ocean wave that we did earlier, just a little thicker, because I'm noticing that mine looks a little thin compared to his. All right, just adding a little there, a little there. All right, folks, I think we've done it. We have recreated Starry Night. I'm gonna bring the camera in so you can get a better look. Just like so. What do you think? How'd we do? How did you do? Did you have fun? Did you enjoy painting? I know we did. And I really appreciate you guys watching. Definitely check out the rest of our tutorials, guys, and be sure to stop by the website to pick up your kit today if you haven't yet. Enjoy the beautiful sunshine wherever you may be, and happy painting.